Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
You know what's wild? The Blue Jays might actually be cooking something major behind the scenes right now. While everyone's watching the big names, there's a move brewing that could completely change their bullpen dynamic for 2026. And trust me, this one's got layers to it. So here's the deal. Jojo Romero, the Cardinals' lefty reliever, is reportedly on the trade block. Now, I know what you're thinking, another reliever. But hear me out, because this isn't just any arm. We're talking about a guy who posted a 2.07 ERA last season and brings a 5-pitch arsenal that keeps hitters completely off balance. The Cardinals are in full teardown mode. They shipped out Brendan Donovan. They're shopping guys like Alec Burleson and Lars Nootbaar. And now Romero's name is circulating heavily. And guess who's reportedly showing interest? Your Toronto Blue Jays. But here's where it gets really interesting. A recent proposal suggests the Jays could land Romero by sending Davis Schneider to St. Louis. Yeah, the fan-favorite outfielder who had that hot streak when he first came up. Now, before everyone loses it in the comments, let's actually break this down because it makes way more sense than you might think. The Cardinals, under Chaim Bloom, are openly looking for a right-handed hitting outfielder. They've got a surplus of catchers and relievers, but need offensive pieces for their rebuild. Schneider fits that profile perfectly. He posted a .797 OPS. Last year, he's got team control, and he's the exact type of bat they're seeking. Meanwhile, the Jays are absolutely loaded in the outfield. You've got Springer, Varsho, Horwitz, potentially seeing time there, and a bunch of other options. Schneider's playing time would be limited anyway, especially if the Jays keep Ernie Clement at second base like they've been doing. Now here's my take, and I'm probably going to get some pushback on this. I'm doing that trade in a heartbeat. Straight up, Schneider for Romero. Some people think the Jays would need to add more. Some think the Cardinals would need to sweeten the pot because Romero's a rental, and this could be a career year. I completely disagree. When you look at what the Jays need versus what they have in surplus, this is textbook trading from depth to address a weakness. Think about the Jays' bullpen right now. You've got Jordan Romano, Yimi Garcia, Tyler Rogers, Chad Green. That's solid, right? But after that, it gets sketchy real quick. Who's your lefty? Brendan Little? Mason Floyd? These guys showed flashes last year, but you can't bank on them being reliable every fifth day. And look at the rotation. There's not a single lefty starter on this team. Eric Swanson might eat some innings, but that's not enough. Getting a proven southpaw who can get both righties and lefties out, that's massive. Now, I know Romero doesn't throw gas. He's not sitting 98 with a wipeout slider. He's a finesse guy who lives off deception and movement. Same profile as Tyler Rogers, honestly. But you know what? It works. A 2.07 era doesn't lie. And yes, he's a ground ball pitcher, which means he fits the Jays' defensive strengths perfectly. You've got Bo and Vlad up the middle making plays. You've got range in the outfield. Ground balls are exactly what you want. The only real argument against this is that Romero's a rental. He's in his final year of team control, so you're getting one season out of him before he hits free agency. But here's the thing. Relievers are volatile anyway. Signing a guy to a 3 or 4 year deal doesn't guarantee production either. Look at how many big reliever contracts blow up in teams' faces. At least with Romero, you know exactly what you're getting for 1 year, and you're not mortgaging the future to get him. If the Cardinals push for more than just Schneider, maybe you throw in a lower-level prospect, someone in the 10 to 20 range in the system, but nothing crazy. I'm not including R.J. Schreck, who I think is going to have a breakout year. I'm not touching any top 10 guys for a rental reliever, but a lottery ticket prospect to get this deal across the finish line? Sure, why not? What makes this even more interesting is the timing. We're getting close to spring training now. Pitchers and catchers report soon. And if moves are going to happen, they need to happen in the next couple weeks. The Yankees just grabbed Paul Goldschmidt on a cheap 1 year deal, which honestly doesn't scare me at all. The guy's clearly on the decline, but it shows teams are making their final pushes before camp opens. There's also been noise around Isaac Paredes, with supposedly 5 teams in on him, including the Red Sox and Pirates. I don't think the Jays are one of those teams, honestly. The defensive versatility is nice, but I don't see how he fits their current roster construction. They'd be better off using that capital elsewhere, like on a lefty reliever. And real quick on the broadcast situation, Buck Martinez retired, which is the end of an era. There's talk that Joe Siddall might slide into that full-time role, and honestly, I think that's the move. He's really developed as a color commentator over the past few years. He knows the game, he's got chemistry with Dan Shulman, and he brings that insider perspective from his playing days. Caleb Joseph is another option, but Joe's more polished right now. Look, I get that trading Davis Schneider might sting for some fans. He had that magical call-up stretch and became a quick favorite. But this is how you build a contender. You identify what you need, you look at where you have surplus, and you make the smart move even if it's not the popular one. The Blue Jays need bullpen help, especially from the left side. They have outfield depth to spare. Jojo Romero checks every box, and if all it costs is Schneider, maybe with a throw-in prospect, that's a deal you make 10 times out of 10. So that's where we're at. Spring training is around the corner. The rumor mill is heating up, and the Jays might be one move away from solidifying a real strength heading into the season. Let me know what you think about this potential trade and whether you'd pull the trigger on Schneider for Romero.